Hi, I'm Lynn Langett for Cloudberry Lab, and today we're going to take a look at cloud-based backup. So Cloudberry has a number of tools that integrate with various vendor clouds, and we're going to look today at their Enterprise Backup, and we're going to look at a newer vendor cloud that they're just integrating with. So we're going to get right to the demo. So in order to get started, you're going to need to download Cloudberry Backup for Windows and install that. And then you're going to need to set up your connection to the vendor cloud. So the cloud that we're going to work with today is VMware vCloud Air. And if you go to this URL, how to get started with VMware vCloud Air on Cloudberry Lab's blog, it gives you detailed instructions on how to set up a vendor account. I'm going to go ahead and give you a highlight here, and then I'm going to show you how the backup works with Cloudberry. So you can see very specifically there's a bunch of screens, so I'm just going to skip over some of the parts where I have to put in my credit card, so on and so forth, and just show you the parts that you really need to know so that you can integrate this cloud with Cloudberry's product. Alright, once you set up your account, then you log in. And then you select your type of storage. And for this demo, we're going to use object storage powered by Google. For the next step, in the API Access section, click on Add, give a name, click Generate and Download. Now inside of Cloudberry Backup Enterprise Edition, click the drop-down in the upper left, click Add New Account, double-click on vCloud Air for Google, add a display name. From VMware vCloud Air, copy the access ID and paste that in. That's this value right here. And I already have it in my clipboard. And then take the portion after the @ sign up to the first period, which is this portion right here, copy that, and that's the project ID. This is all in the documentation that I showed you earlier from Cloudberry as well. Click Import to import the private key that you downloaded from vCloud, and click Create New Bucket. Give it an intuitive name, pick your region, pick your type of storage. These are different types in the Google Cloud. Click OK. And now you'll see that we have a connection that we can use, and click Close. So now we can set up a backup plan. We'll use the wizard and we'll say Next. We'll use our new account that we set up. We'll take the default name and we'll save the backup plan configuration to backup storage. We have 3 modes: Advanced, Simple, and Custom. I'll be showing you Advanced here because I want to show you some of the filters and switches that you can use that are most commonly asked for in enterprise backup situations. We're going to use block level backup. That's one of those switches that's often used. Now we're going to specify where we're backing up from. You can see we also have the ability to add a network share. And if I click on Show Legend, it gives me information about my selected options here, specifically about subfolders. I click Next. I have all kinds of filters I can apply. I can apply based on file types, sizes, dates, modification. Again, super useful. Click Next. I can enable compression and/or encryption. So I'm going to turn on compression. Click Next. I can specify a retention policy. I can use defaults or specify custom retention policies as my business needs necessitate. And then click Next. Also around scheduling, I can go with the default of no schedule if I'm just trying it out, or more commonly I can set up a recurring schedule or even a real-time backup. I also can set a switch to stop the plan if it runs beyond a specified hour and/or minute limit. Click Next. Optionally, I can specify a full backup. The full backup has some additional switches. I can just turn it on, or I can set it to run only if the total size of previous block level backups is larger than a certain percentage threshold. Click Next. I can have pre or post actions. Click Next, and I can set up notifications that are email, SMTP, detailed, and entries to the Windows event log. And click Next. And click Next, and run the backup plan now, and click Finish. And now we're in the tab that's showing the backup plan executing. And we can take a look at the history. And we can see at a file level the status of each one of the files. We can export this to CSV. If we need a higher level look, we can look at the plan level. So very, very easy to use Cloudberry Backup Enterprise Edition with vCloud Air using Google Cloud Storage.